Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to today's Proverbs with Paul in the afternoon here in rainy Swanage. So, Solomon says these words, "My son, if sinners entice you, do not consent." So that sense of my son is the Father speaking to us, revealing to us his instruction with regards to what it is that he wants us to know. And it's so easy to think that God doesn't have an opinion, God doesn't have a view. But in fact, God has a view in everything we do, no matter what we think, no matter what we feel, and no matter who we are. God has a perspective. In fact, the Bible says that God has a perfect best for us. So when God calls us his son, he's wanting us to come under the umbrella, appropriate, of his incredible grace, incredible love. So will you let God be your guide? Will you let God speak into your life? He says, "My son, if sinners entice you." And the reality of sinners is the individual, but it's also the very nature of sin. That sin, whether it's within us or whether sin that is an enticement in the world. Solomon is told, "My son, if sinners entice you," and the concept of entice is to seduce, is to draw you in under the spell of its temptation. Then Solomon says he wants us not to be like that. He wants us to be those who are refusing to accept the invitation to be enticed by these devilish schemes that are working in our days. And so do not be enticed. Do not get enticed, because there will be many whisperers today in your head and your heart enticing you to do what is not God reflective. Do not let sin entice you, but let yourself, as it were, lean on the revelation of all that God has got for you. So many things God wants for us in our lives, but we miss out on them because we are deceived by the great enticement. And we don't need to give consent either. And until you give consent, you don't need to actually give yourself to any sin or any temptation. But once you've given your consent, you've given your permission to be controlled. You've given your permission to be drawn into that place where the enemy has the right to manipulate you. Be strong. Do not get yourself caught up in those enticements that lure you away from the revelation of the security of knowing God with you every day. Have a great day. Be blessed, and I'll see you tomorrow. Hopefully a sunny day.